On deck, now we got the stingy Ravens. I think we're still going to get 2-0. FinFans up north, FinFans in the south, to the east, and to the west. What's better than this? More of this. Let's talk about it. So before we march into this here, I just want to say thank you to all of our subscribers and everyone grabbing some t-shirts. We see them being bought up and we appreciate that a lot. There's a lot that we put into it. And for anyone that's coming new to the channel here, and if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. It'll help us reach our milestone that we're trying to reach so that we can have a merch shelf in our description there. And we get some other things going on. If you guys look in the channel banner there at the top in the shop now button in the bottom right hand corner, if you click that, that'll take you to our merch store and you can see all the new t-shirts that we got coming. And every Thursday we'll be dropping some new t-shirts for you guys to keep you guys looking proper and fresh and with some new gear and style. And you get free shipping with all that. And let you know again that we have, starting this week, a show that we're kicking out, and every Sunday, you guys will get a chance to see the results. Basically, it's the OddGamble show, and with that, it's like you guys pick the odds that we're gonna win, the gamble we're gonna lose, or however you guys want to look at it, the gamble we're gonna win and the odds we're gonna lose. So you guys pick that and let us know if it's gonna be the odd or gamble. Just drop a O or a G, or just write out the word. Let us know, and we'll tally up the results. And then Sunday, we will drop a little cartoon for it. Alright, so that's going to be happening here this week, and be looking out for that. And with all this information, I just want to say thank you. Now let's get to it. So Sunday we got the Ravens, and the Ravens are they are a pesky team to play against, and it's, for some reason, it always seems like when they beat us pretty soundly all across the board. Last year we wound up beating the Ravens 22-10, and you know, that right there was probably, you know, one of the best games that we played, like, collectively against the Ravens. Now, going into this year, and we'll be in Baltimore, you know, we'll be going against the same tenacious Ravens defense as they've always been. Last week, though, the Ravens on offense, they started out slow against the Jets. They had like several stalled drives, and once, you know, Lamar Jackson settled down, they started getting into like a rhythm of things. And, you know, LJ did his thing, you know, with his legs. He broke open plays and created opportunities, you know, for the Ravens, you know, with a couple passes to Devin DuVernay. And, you know, he had a couple of deep balls thrown to Rashad Bateman, who is the Ravens speedster. And, you know, their tight end Mark Andrews wound up having like, you know, he had like 5 catches for 52 yards. You know, it wasn't great work from Mark Andrews, but it was solid work. The Ravens running game, it was encouraging, this, to say the least. They're led by Kenyon Drake, and Kenyon used to play for Miami, and Kenyon had like 31 yards, so he topped the running backs there. But don't be fooled, they still got Dobbins and a whole other slew of running backs there that'll be running behind Kenyon. But, you know, again, on defense, you know, what we're looking at Patrick Queen and Justin Matty Blue and Marcus Williams And Marcus, he's that type of DB that just sit back there in the short, in between them short zones, just waiting to pick off whatever's thrown in there. Now, that is what's going on with the Ravens, and it's something that we really need to be concerned about, from all that aspect. And I don't think they're really much going to change their game, and I think that our defense is a lot better than the Jets' defense. So I'm expecting some big things out of our defense, and I'll talk about that here momentarily. And now let's take a look at some of the players that we need to be watching for, and that's going to be Tua, okay? And Tua is going to be one of the players we're going to be watching for probably the rest of the season, okay? Because he is definitely on deck to succeed or, to be replaced. It pretty much depends on him if he wants to compete actively and he wants to, play football. And, there's a difference between playing football and, participating in football. Playing football is just, that having that extra knowledge to know that, if your receiver is going to break right because of this, or if he's going to break left, or if he's going to run because of this, it's just having that feeling of that game. Now, we all know that Tua likes these short passes, these dinking and dunking passes, but and I'm not really sure that if that's going to be something you can live off of with the Ravens, because they're going to sit in there and they're going to wait, and they already know what's happening deep, but they know that's where Tua lives, that's where Tua eats, that's where his efficiency's at, is in that little short game. And the Ravens just might be willing to live with that. However, though, they're looking to make our quarterbacks' day miserable as possibly as they can. So, we need to look at what Tua is going to be doing. I mean, he's going to keep the Ravens on their heels, and, he's going to get us more than 7 points, with this high caliber offense that we have. The other thing we want to look at is the right side of our offensive line. And they did a serviceable job. Was it great? No. It was serviceable. Austin Jackson went out, and we need to see if he's going to be playing or not. Because if he's not playing, and we're going to be looking at having Little there. And we all know that Little has already gotten hurt. He was out for a couple plays against the New England Patriots. So, is Little going to be able to sustain a whole game? If Austin Jackson is there or not, And, so that's going to be something we need to, look at. And we also need to look at Connor Williams. He did have one high snap. And, again, he was serviceable. Wasn't a spectacular job he did, but, going from guard to center, we got to give it to him. He's really putting in that effort. And, he's gotten a lot better from where it was, during training camp. So, and we have this new pressure coming with the Ravens, and their defense is a lot better than the Patriots. So that's going to be, one of the players we need to look at too. We want to look at Gesicki. And the thing is, will Gesicki be more involved in the offense and what we're doing? I believe he had one pass for 5 yards, and it counted. It helped us out, but usually Gesicki is more involved in the offense, and under Mike McDaniels, it has yet to be seen. And using Gesicki, is this going to open up more opportunities for Tua to take these shots deep and make this type of impact that we're all waiting for. We all know it's going to happen. The entire NFL knows it's coming, okay? So that's what we want to see is what's going to happen with Gesicki. We want to see what's going to happen with Tyreek Hill. And, I mean, is Tyreek going to continue playing this role as a possession receiver? You know, that Landry and Waddle played, you know, where, you know, they're underused and, you know, catch the ball in between from like 5 to 15 yards and they're ones running the wide receiver screens. I mean, is going to be more of that, or are we really going to, you know, put him in motion and get him out there and utilize him? Are we going to see deeper routes from Waddle and you know, even Tyreek, Cedric Wilson? I mean, what's going to happen with that? But mainly I want to see what's going to happen with Tyreek. And I also want to see what's going to happen on the defensive side with Ogba. And I want to know, you know, if he's going to get some more sacks. Like he got that one, you know, against Mac Jones, which was a very, very, well, any sack is a great sack, but it came at the right time. So I want to see, is Ogba really going to be able to get to Lamar Jackson? You know, because you know Lamar Jackson likes to use his legs to wheel and deal. So I want to see what's going to happen with that. And, you know, another thing, I want to see what's going to happen with the D-line. We need to take a look at the D-line and see how the D-line is going to handle the running game up the middle. I have a feeling that the Ravens are going to try to push the ball up the middle because the Patriots had limited success up the middle, and the running backs with the Patriots aren't as good as the Ravens running backs are. And I think Kenyon Drake has more going on than both the Patriots starting running backs, you know, and so that's going to be interesting to see. I just think that the Ravens are going to try to push the ball up the middle to exploit that and to cause us to come out of our defensive strategy there and change up the strategy. So I'm going to be interested to see how that's going to happen. If we need to really clog that up. So, you know, what we're going to need to do to win, we're going to have to strike deep early and often. And I mean to take pressure off the box and keep the Ravens from blitzing and closing up our running lanes. We're going to have to just light them up over the top. That's how it's going to have to be, like deep passes. I'm talking about, like, 15 plus yards. I mean, chunk yards. That's what we're going to have to do to keep them at bay, because they're going to look at Tua. They're going to make us beat them with Tua. You know, that's what's going to happen, and Tua's going to have to do that. And, you know, I think, you know, we're going to have to overwhelm Lamar Jackson with blitzes, and we're going to have to maintain our coverage discipline while we're doing that, because we don't want him throwing deep bombs or something while he's on the run, because we know Lamar Jackson is very capable of doing that. So we want to definitely overwhelm Lamar Jackson like we did last year when we beat them. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how we're going to be able to do that. And we also want to take away the middle of the field for Lamar Jackson in the run game. Basically, from any pass, any run, we want to take away the middle of the field, and that means we're going to have to clog up the middle so they have no running lanes up the middle. Everything is going to have to be bounced outside. We have a very swift secondary, and the line flows very good, so we'll be able to shut that down on the outside. I'm not really worried about the outside as much as I am the middle. So if we could shut the middle down, I think we'll have some huge success. We'll probably be able to beat the Ravens, you know, in record fashion. And actually, we'll barely be able to tie up the head-to-head, because right now the Ravens own the head-to-head competition with us, and they own it by one game. It's 8-7. So we could tie that head-to-head up, you know, with the win this Sunday. So those are my thoughts, and if you guys have any comments or thoughts, please drop them below. In the meantime, if you guys are new to the channel, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. It'll help us reach our milestone. And, you know, we're all NFL fans here, and, you know, we are also Miami Dolphin fans. and we still love and support each and every team here, and we appreciate you guys just the same. And want to say that to the subscribers that we have and everyone grabbing the t-shirts. We love you guys, and thank you for subscribing. Gonna keep on trying to bring you guys some, quality content. And if you guys if you guys see the channel banner there at the top, go to the shop now button, click that. That'll take you to our merch store where you guys can see our t-shirts that we have, and you guys can get those t-shirts and rock them out wherever you guys are gonna watch the game at. Every Thursday we're gonna be dropping new t-shirts for you guys, so that we'll keep you guys looking on style and on point, and you get free shipping with that. And to let you guys know, again, we just have a lot of things going on. And with all that, I just want to say thank you, and love y'all. Deuces. Alright, so football season's began, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting Thursday. This Thursday here, or actually every Thursday, is we're going to be doing our odd and gamble. And basically the odds are going against the gamble. And these are two characters I created. Odd is a card, he's an ace card, and gamble is a house poker chip. And basically these two pit against each other, and how it works is that the odds of our team winning is pretty much predicated by the things that are happening, like with the players, with the weather, with the field, and anything that's not predicated to the house. So those are the odds, okay? And the gamble is what's the casino saying, what is like all the betting sites saying. So that's the house, and that's gamble. So every week we're gonna go by game. You guys choose, what are the odds that the Dolphins are gonna win, or is it a gamble that the Dolphins are gonna win with what they're saying against each other. So you just choose odd or just choose gamble, and I'll do the rest. And then Sunday before kickoff, an hour before kickoff, I'll give the results of who's winning, okay? So that's how we're gonna do that. So odd and gamble starting this week, and every Sunday I'm gonna drop the results for that, okay? Good deal. So let's have some fun this season, and we're 1-0. So let's have some fun this season, and let's try to get to the Super Bowl. Fin fans up north, fin fans in the south, to the east, and to the west. What's better than this? More of this. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to take a look at our gear. Clicking with the Fin Fan. You can check out the links below. And also know that your support with this helps our artist, and it also helps what we're doing here with Clicking with the Fin Fan. And a good thing about it all is you also get free shipping with that. So just take a look at the gear that we got. Grab something for you, your boo, significant other, your kids,